ball game this was supposed to be. Two unbeatens. Fourth-ranked Purdue hosting sixth-ranked West Virginia first half. Juwan Johnson, ball screen, down low, mismatch, dunk. He had 25 and 10. Now, top of the key finds Keaton Grant. Backdoor cut, and Purdue was up 5 going into the break. Second half, Etwan Moore misses the free throw, and no one boxed him out, so he jams it home. He had 15, and then Grant. Oh, that's Jack Dunkulus.
I was waiting for that.
Purdue pulling away. Robbie Hummel, 18 points, 7 of 8 from the field. Jay Billis.
Purdue was able to win this game against West Virginia because of their defense. Great ball pressure. They were able to force 18 turnovers, get some easy opportunities the other way. They also did a great job of recognizing mismatches, especially on ball screens with Juwan Johnson when he got switched off with a guard inside. Johnson, 25 points, 10 rebounds. He was the star of the game.
Jay Billis the best. Purdue the best in this one. 77-62. 15-point win over West Virginia.
Hosting Big East rival Pitt. Second half. Panthers are down 3, but Pittsburgh's Jermaine Dixon drains the triple, and we're tied at 32. He had 21. Watch this sequence here. Off the turnover, Syracuse Scoop Jardine tracks it down. Now check out the height difference between him and Trevon Woodall. This is 5'11" Trevon Woodall with the big block. I'm 5'11". I cannot do that.
I'm not 6'2".
Story in this game was three-point shooting. Woodall, the step-back 3. Panthers up 7. Pitt 10 of 24 from 3. Syracuse just 1 for 13. That's Ashton Gibbs. He had 24. Pittsburgh rolling. And then late in the game off the inbounds, it's Gibbs again. Pittsburgh has won 4 straight at the Carrier Dome. They knock off unbeaten Syracuse by 10, 82-72.
Jay Wright, 8th-ranked Villanova, their Big East opener at Marquette, and it would come down to the final moments. Villanova trailing here, late second half. Scotty Reynolds finds Taylor King. That cuts Marquette's lead to a point. 4:17 to go. Jimmy Butler, nice touch pass. David Kubayan had 10. Golden Eagles are up by 2. 22 seconds left. Villanova down 1. Scotty Reynolds. Elbow foul. Villanova up by 1. Reynolds missed the free throw, though. 16 of his 23 in the second half. Under 10 seconds left. Here's your ball game. Jimmy Butler, is he fouled or not?
No.
Oh, Buzz Williams would disagree, Roflo. Not going to get the call. 3.3 to go. Reggie Redding can make it a 3-point game. Not there. Marquette down 2. Here we go. 2.6 left. They are down 2. What do we draw up here? Dwight Bikes for the win. Oh, no. Wildcats win their Big East opener. They get to 12-1. Villanova wins at Marquette, 74-72.
These teams jawed in the tunnel. They jawed in the warm-up line, and elbows were flying early on. These teams definitely not BFFs. Jared Shropshire, DeMarcus Cousins get tangled up. Cousins throws a bow. He and Reginald Delp got teed up. Now take another look. Cousins on top with the bow.
Ooh, yeah.
He says Louisville tried to rough them up. We had 6 fouls before a field goal was attempted in this game. John Wall. That's naughty right there. The and one against Edgar Sosa, the Iceman John Wall. Kentucky led 27-19 going into the break. Second half, here comes Louisville. Sosa. Step back Jay, he finished with 11. Louisville later took the lead. After that, freshman John Wall took this game over. He scored 6 straight points. He finished with 17. Kentucky back on top by 1. Patrick Patterson misses the dunk. Louisville gets the rebound. They're going the other way. Cross court to Delk. Drives, finds Jerry Smith. Get it, got it, good. Cardinals within 9. But Cousins had 18, and Kentucky wins 71-62. They are 15-0. It's their best start since the 1969-70. They get a win over their in-state rival, Louisville.
Number 1, Kansas is off to an unbeaten start. 9 of those wins have come by at least 25 points, and even in Philadelphia, Temple didn't figure to present much of a challenge. Xavier Henry, what a freshman year he's having at 15. Kansas up 6. The lead would grow to 25. Brady Morningstar spotting up. Kansas finished the first half on a 21-6 run on the road at Temple, and this was not close. Second half, they do it with defense as well. Michael Eric. Cole Aldrich pins him up against the glass. Thanks for playing. Here's Aldrich again. Little pick for Collins. That's the pick. And there's the roll. Aldrich had 10 and 10. Jayhawks up by 20. Now we go to Sharon Collins. Little step back here. He had 14. Kansas wins convincingly 84-52. The Jayhawks are 13-0. Temple's worst loss since 1993. Yeah, sure.
Hartford, Connecticut. Jim Calhoun and the men's basketball team taking on Notre Dame. Stanley Robertson gets the layup. Huskies up 2 at the break. Second half, here comes Notre Dame. Luke Herringody, 3 of his 31. Irish up 1. But Robinson responds. Look at the work he does here off the missed free throw. You know, rebound is a lot about strength, but it's also about want to. You got to want to do it. We'll get back to the PapaJohns.com Bowl in just a second. Meantime, back to the Hartford, Connecticut, and UConn starting to pull away. Jerome Dyson, he had 20. Huskies up 7. Robinson, 22 points, career high 16 boards. UConn wins 82-70. All right, so one victory is hosting Texas A&M Corpus Christi. They are the Islanders, and this is Kevin Palmer. 3 of his 28, and the Islanders down just 6 in the second half. But a little bit later, Damian James pushes the lead back to 9. He had 13. The big fella Dexter Pittman had 18. But Rick Barnes said his team took a huge step backwards Saturday afternoon, called out their lack of effort, their lack of concentration. But look at DJ here, mixing it up on the 1s and 2s. Great block there, one of his 3. Jacobin Brown, just 2 of 13 from the field. Yuck. But he got this 3 to go, and Texas wins by 6. First single-digit win of the season for the Longhorns.
Mike Krzyzewski likes the league play. Says it's time to get going. The conference exposes you. Your good stuff and your bad stuff. Well, as usual, Duke heavy on the good stuff. First half, Duke defense, double teaming Trevor Booker. Kyle Singler comes from away from the ball. Blocks Booker from behind. You look at it again. He had 2 blocks, 16 points on the offensive end. In the second half, Duke up 12. John Shire missing. That's all right. Rebound opportunity for Mason Plumlee. There we go. Tip to him. He's got it. Lays it in off the glass. Ensuing inbounds, there's a steal and right to Shire, and he is chucking. Look at that hoist for 3. He had 22, 42-25. Dukies and Coach K. I mean, he keeps winning. They'll name the court after him or something. Duke by 13. Nolan Smith. He's young, he's athletic, I'm jealous, I admit it. 22 for Smith. Duke wins it, 74-53.
All right, fantastic finish in the Florida-NC State game. Billy Donovan of the Gators in overtime, down with 2.6 seconds left after Farnell DeGan makes his first free throw.
Parsons a rebound. Parsons a long three-point shot. It's good! It's good! It's good! Chandler Parsons is won the game! Unbelievable! 62-61. Chandler Parsons shoots at a 65-foot 3 to win the game.
That's his only field goal of the game. Keep in mind the Gators had been 2 for 23 from 3 before Chandler Parsons struck at the OT buzzer. Florida wins 62-61 in overtime. Nice, but far from the ultimate highlight.
Though they had been winning by 23 points a game. Monday, it caught up to them against Bobby Cremins and the College of Charleston. Second half, tied at 55. Ed Davis putting it down for his squad. Then less than a minute later, Davis again, 19 points, 16 rebounds for him. Under 2 minutes to play, though. Charleston down 7. Andrew Godlock for 3. Yes, sir. Charleston down just 4. Later, they're down 5. Godlock, again, 24 points for him, but his big moment came later. Charleston down 3. Kassan Breeden with a big block on Davis. Carolina having trouble putting Charleston away. That one goes flying into the stands. Under 10 seconds left. 3-point game. Godlock not afraid to shoot it over the big man from 28 feet away over Davis, who goes 6'10". Charleston outscored the Heels 39-3 from 3-point range. The game goes to overtime after a 12-1 run by the Cougars in the final 4 minutes to end regulation. Overtime, Charleston up 2. Jeremy Simmons gets a dunk off the inbounds play. Coaches hate that. Charleston up 4. Larry Drew. That's the only 3 that went down for North Carolina. They were 1 for 6 from deep. They shot 38% overall. Under 10 seconds ago, Dexter Strickland misses. Willis Hall gets the rebound, and he's fouled. So Charleston at the line now to seal it. But Hall clanks it. Carolina gets the rebound. They call timeout. Still a 3-point game. They got one last chance to tie. Davis throws it down court, but Donovan Monroe with the steal
And it's time to storm the court in Charleston. Charleston wins it 82-79. Bobby Crimmins had been just 12-33 against Carolina before this. Oh, look who's in the house. It's the Big O. Cincinnati beat Connecticut in its last home game. Pittsburgh handed Syracuse its first loss on Saturday. So now Bearcats and Panthers from Cincinnati. Deontay Vaughn misses. Rashad Bishop with a putback dunk. Cincinnati's beaten 3 ranked teams already, game tied at 54. Next possession, Gilbert Brown. He missed part of the early season with an academic suspension, and Pittsburgh missed him, but he showed up in a big way. Completed the three-point play. Panthers up 3. Under 4 minutes to go, Pittsburgh up 2. Brown left all alone, and he's knocking the 3 down. Brown 17 points off the bench, 13 in the second half. Last possession of the game, Bearcats need a 3 to tie, but the Bearcats will not get it. Pittsburgh takes a 74-71 win. They're 3-0 in the Big East. The next game would not give them the national championship, but they still wanted to win it anyway against Arkansas. John Pelfrey, the red jacket, worked last year when they pulled the upset. Arkansas down 2. Rodney Clark, under 30 seconds of the half, tied at 48 at the half. But Dexter Pittman is a load. The dunk and the foul, and maybe Mack Brown would want to take a look at that. Pittman gets the loose ball again, and then he's a man down there. 8 offensive rebounds for him. Courtney Fortson, his first game back, finds Clark in transition. Big 3 to put Arkansas within 3. The Hogs hanging around. 2-point game later, Damian James, 6 for 8 from the floor. For him, he knocks that one down. And then with Texas up 4, Michael Washington misses the runner. Avery Bradley, the talented freshman, finds Jordan Hamilton. Big finish. Texas 14-0 now. Pittman 21 points and 10 boards.
Fourth-ranked Boilermakers are 13-0, trying to match a little history, giving up just under 60 points per game. That's second in the Big Ten to Wisconsin. We go first half, and let's go defense. Justin Cobb's driving, and you see the 3 Purdue defenders converge. Robbie Hummel talk to the hand, and then on the other end, Hummel talking to Ryan Smith. 3s, please. Purdue up 7 at the half. Ah, let's go. Second half. More pressure. Another turnover. And there goes Hummel. I'll take it. Thank you. He had 18 points, 11 rebounds. Purdue was 17 turnovers of its own. And Matt Painter, the coach, said afterwards he actually thought Minnesota outplayed his squad. His squad just made more shots. Damian Johnson to Colton Iverson. You got 4 Purdue defenders. It's a fantastic rotation. Jawan Johnson, aloha, Mr. Hand. Purdue held Minnesota 31% shooting. Johnson, 4 blocks. Chris Kramer off another turnover. Purdue 79-60 ties the best start in school history.
Cornell from the Ivy League. Big Red won the Ivy each of the last 2 years. Jimmy Dykes thinks they had a chance.
The Cornell Big Red, a veteran team. They have 9 seniors in their lineup. They also shoot the 3-point shot with great efficiency. They make 9 per game, but they are anchored inside by 7-foot, 265-pound Jeff Foote. They have the ingredients to make life very difficult for the Jayhawks.
All right, we paid Jimmy a lot of money. Let's see if he knows what he's talking about. First half, Cornell up 1. Ryan Whitman, already the school's all-time leading scorer, puts Cornell up 4. Sharon Collins up and under, layup and the foul. Jayhawks down 1 after the free throw. Under a minute in the first half, Cornell up 2. Whitman, 3 more. 41 points at the half for the Big Red. Kansas giving up just 58 per game coming into Wednesday. Here's that 7-footer again that Jimmy was talking about. Jeff Foote making his presence felt. Tells Cole Aldridge to get it out of here. Aldridge had 13, but Foote D'ing him up. And then later down the court, it's Whitman. His dad is Randy Whitman, the former NBA player. He puts Cornell up 8. Second half now, and getting a little dicey at Fog Allen Fieldhouse. Collins, though, hitting big shots for his team, cuts it to a 3-point game. Under 4 minutes to go. Kansas down 2. Collins to Terrell Reed. And Kansas with the lead, 61-60, but Cornell wouldn't go away. Foote, in addition to his defense, he also had 12 points, and Cornell back up 1. Ensuing possession for Kansas, Collins. Look at the crossover move he puts on Jeff Reeves. He hit every big shot for his team. That's what you expect from your senior leader. He had 33 points. Kansas up 2 at after the free throw. And then Cornell, one last chance, down 3. Not this time for Whitman. He had 24. His team played big, but Kansas gets it done.
State in Chicago. Coach K is a Chicago native. So is John Shire. He's from nearby Northbrook. Greg Paulus is Shire's former teammate.
The growth that John Shire has made from his freshman season to his senior season has been absolutely incredible. From his ball handling to his decision making to his leadership skills. He's doing a terrific job leading the number 5 Duke Blue Devils. He is definitely a Player of the Year candidate.
Scheyer with 13 in the first half. Duke led by 8. Let's go second half. And Scheyer for the home folks. 10 of 19. He had 4 3-pointers to lead the Dukies. They're up 17 right there. And Kyle Singler, Medford, Scheyer, 3. 31 points, 4 assists. Duke's 13-1. Duke at Georgia Tech Saturday on ESPN.
Final non-conference game of the season Wednesday for Syracuse. Iowa State transfer Wesley Johnson leading them. Duke transfer Elliott Williams. And Memphis playing the underdog. Second half, Syracuse up 3. Look at Johnson work the glass. Able to finish. Orange up 5. Johnson 19.7 rebounds. Now later in the half, this is the biggest play of the game. Tigers down 3 off the Syracuse turnover. Williams goes up for the slam, but he missed it. His coach, Josh Pastner, can't believe it. Neither can Bob Knight.
Just go in and make sure you go up with 2 hands and get the ball in the bucket. Don't try to make it a show business thing. This isn't a carnival.
Hey, Williams agreed. He said he was trying to throw it down too hard. He blew it. Syracuse are going a 9-1 run after that. Andy Routens to Chris Joseph, 15 points, 9 rebounds for Joseph. Memphis never got closer than 8 after that missed dunk. Still, Jim Boeheim says it's hard to explain how bad we were and won the game. Wisconsin taking on Michigan State. Both these teams play defense so tough it makes you want to take your ball and go home. Spartans have won 7 straight Big Ten home openers. Here's their sophomore Draymond Green off the bench. Look at him reverse it. Later in the first half, same spot, except this time he's going to dish it to Delvin Rowe for the big finish. Spartans up 3. Second half, tied at 27. Green on the top of the key now. And look at him find Raymar Morgan, who created some space, put the Spartans up 2. And Michigan State up 3. Green down low to Morgan. Again, layup and the foul. Green, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Great touch on that pass. The Spartans get off to a good start in the Big Ten, 54-47.
Ended with the ball, still have the talent to beat Charlotte. They brought in the king. They brought in the king.
Wow.
To give the players a pep talk. Bernard King. And they were peppy. Bobby Mays, the steal and the finish. They shot 59% in the first half. They were up 22. But now Charlotte's on a 16-2 run. Coach Pearl, 6 scholarship players. Remember, he had to suspend 4 fellas. And this against a team that beat Louisville bad earlier this season. And all of a sudden, that lead is down to 6 as DeJuan Harris makes it happen. Look at Pearl. The NCAA really loves it when you grab the kids' jerseys. Skylar McBee, the 3, and Tennessee wins by 17.
Let's go Big East. Marquette had lost 2 heartbreakers in the last couple of weeks. 1 point to West Virginia, 2 points to Villanova. Taking on Georgetown, David Kubian, sick of losing, so he did something about it. 6 for 6 from 3-point range. He had 18 points. Marquette trying to avoid their first 0-3 start in the Big East. 15 seconds ago, Georgetown down 1. Austin Freeman drives, misses. Jimmy Butler gets the rebound, and he's fouled. Butler hit 2 free throws, so Georgetown down 3 with 5 seconds to go. Chris Wright puts up the 3 for the tie. And Marquette holds on to win. Their first Big East win of the season. Buzz Williams says his team's composure is improving. Gonzalez, Seton Hall trying to avoid a 10th straight loss to UConn. Now, I told UConn assistant coach Pat Sellers, Jerome Dyson is my favorite Husky. And he went to work. He gets the layup there, and then Dyson to Gavin Edwards for the dunk, and then Dyson to Edwards again. Just a great basketball player. Seton Hall would have to call a timeout and try to slow down Dyson. But guess what? Not even the timeout worked. Dyson coast to coast. And then he throws it up for Stanley Robinson. He nearly messed around and got a triple-double. Dyson, 16 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds. Huskies roll 71-63.
All right, we got Rutgers and West Virginia. Remember, Bob Huggins' club, they had 18 turnovers in that loss to Purdue, their first of the season. Just 7 turnovers in this one. Deshaun Butler, turnaround. Mountaineers up 8. He had 15. Kevin Jones. The Butler finds him. Jones hits the 3, had 19. Mountaineers up 20. They never trailed. Danny Jennings. His spin won't go in, but John Flowers, he likes to jam. Mountaineers, 86-52.
More from the Big East, DePaul and Villanova. Villanova's won 33 straight home games. Their last loss against DePaul on January 6, 2007. Now, Scotty Reynolds is one of those guys. Seems like he's been at Villanova for about 8 years. Reggie Redding hits the 3, and then Reynolds again. And he knocks down the 3. Nova went 6 from 11 from beyond the arc in the first half. Then the Wildcats forced a turnover. Malik Waynes behind his back. Misses a layup, but gets his own putback, and Villanova goes on to win in 99-7.